Is the honeymoon long over? Have you hit the ho-hum phase of your marriage?
Well, relationship coach and founder of the New Mexico Relationship Center, Anna Loisel, and relationship coach, Leslie Carlton, have some tips to spice things up. So good to have you on, especially on Valentine's Day.
Yes, good morning.
I know, good topic, huh?
We like spicy around here. Well, you know, if things have been less than fiery in the bedroom, should we actually blame hormones, or should we blame a tubby hubby, or maybe just boredom?
Well, one of the things that we think is that it's about routine. People do maybe get a little too comfortable with each other, and one of the ways to spice things up, if it really is about boredom, is to look at where you might break up the routine.
Okay.
Consider looking at your partner as if you've met them for the first time again. What was it that excited you about them when you met them? And try seeing them new again. Or there's a reason there's a cliche in movies and TV about flashing and feather boas. Things like that. So try something new in your routine and see if that doesn't add some spice.
Now, would you say, would it be more fun to do something new, or to kind of rekindle things from the beginning, like things that were really special to you early on? Would you bring those back to the forefront, or would you try something totally different?
I think it's up to you. Spontaneity, creating something new. If you do have special memories, that can be a great place to go back to. But also trying something new.
What's the most common cause of things kind of getting dull in the marriage? What would you say? And how can you get that feeling back?
A lot of it has to do with how you feel about yourself and the relationship. People are struggling because of, you know, the fighting's been going on, right? And so now we don't feel good about ourselves. So it's really learning to work on the communication with your partner, and asking for what you need in a way that's not going to make them feel bad about themselves.
That's a good point, because I know when you listen to relationship experts, they always say fight fair and communicate openly. And if your partner doesn't know what you're feeling, they can't do anything to fix it. So you have to be able to share those things to make it better. And I know that people want to be able to reignite passion, because I think passion is such an important element in any relationship. How do you reignite it? What's your best tips?
One of the things that we like to talk to our clients about is to consider what does ignite passion in the opposite gender. So women respond to touch. So if man is wanting to stir more passion in his partner, consider spending a little more time on touch. Women are responsive to touch. Men are visually stimulated. That's how they're wired. So if you're wanting to ignite some passion in your male partner, consider something very visual, something that might be a little risky for you, but would be exciting for him.
And we all like massages and things like that. You're right. Touch is very big.
Even just playing with your hair. Because touch is good as you get older. But visually, you know, when we get older,
you have to get
older. So what do you do on that?
You get more creative. One of the things that truly, this is a true response from men who've been interviewed. What you think about yourself is what they will believe about you. If you still think you've got it, they will too.
Self-confidence.
That is good. And our grandmas are a great example of that, right? That is so true.
I have a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I believe that.
So doesn't a lot of it have to do with communication? What do you think about that, open communication?
Oh yeah, definitely being able to sit down and talk with your partner and just ask for what you need, like I was saying before.
Just spell it out.
Yeah, you've got to be able to just say, hey honey, you know, I'd love to have sex, or I'd love to be touched. But what we tend to do is, women, we like to punish, like, you know, send coded messages that you're not getting it right. It's the women code, you know. So instead of doing that, because guys can't figure that out, they don't know what that means. So just ask, and he's more likely to be responsive than when you're punishing him and, you know, not asking.
That's a good point. I think a lot of us, I've been in long-term relationships, and I know that we tend to do that punishing thing where we feel like you didn't do what I wanted, so now you're going to pay the price. And really, at the end of the day, who wins there? Nobody.
Nobody does.
And does he ever understand what it was he was in trouble for in the first place?
They don't.
You know, and when you do that attacking thing, either one, whichever partner is just like, well, you're doing something wrong, you're a lot less likely to get what you're trying to get, which is some cooperation and connection.
It's not a motivator. It's absolutely not a motivator to punish somebody. You know, we think it is, but it's not.
Okay, and recommendation, as far as the passion goes, is this something that you would talk about, like, ahead of time before the bedroom, or is this something you address in the bedroom? Do you know what I'm talking about? Kind of know what I'm getting at?
Well, it depends on what you want to do. I mean, I think it just depends on the couple, you know. It probably would be beneficial if you talked about it before. Yeah, before you got there.
Gotcha.
So that you can, you know, make a plan about what you want
right.
to do and how you want to reignite it, you know.
So if the couple has lost that love and feeling, besides watching Tom Cruise singing in Top Gun, you've lost that love and feeling, and reminding your husband what he doesn't do as well as Tom Cruise, you might want to do what...
No, that's a bad idea. Don't go there.
You might want to take him to the bow instead and show him about, romantic movies, right?
Not a bad idea.
Well, I know a lot of people out there are thinking, you know, maybe we could use a little professional help to get our marriage back on track. How can viewers contact you?
You can call 505-872-8743 or they can go to our website at nmrelationshipcenter.com.
That's great. I think, you know, love is in the air today. We were talking about it, you know, whether you're single, whether you're looking for love, or whether you've been in a long time love. Everybody wants to find love one way or the other in their lives. And so any help we can get, we appreciate it.
Yeah. And of course today we just talked about passion, but you guys go beyond that too. So if there's some real troubles, you can help through that as well, right?
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much for being on this morning.
Thank you both.
Good advice.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you guys.